Have you ever forgotten to do your homework and you know Mrs. Hedge is going to string you up? What's your excuse? The dog ate it. Or you've just got home from school and the last donut looks delicious and you can't help but devour it. Then your brother calls out, "Who ate my donut?" What do you say? Must have been the dog. Or maybe you didn't realise that there was mud on your pants and Mum comes in and says, "There's mud all over the couch." And you quickly reply, "That damn dog again." Have you ever been in a situation where you know, uh-oh, I'm in big trouble, and you were quickly trying to find an excuse? For example, there's scratches on your nana's brand new car. You know that your bike handlebars made the scratches, but what do you say? The dog did it. Or just imagine if your family had cooked up a Christmas dinner and everything was ready to serve, but you came along and helped yourself to all the good bits. I bet you would say, the dog took it. Yes, if you play your cards right, your dog can pretty much be the fall guy or fall dog for almost anything that goes wrong in your life. Let's face it, dogs sometimes do the wrong thing. Take my dog Missy. She's a great dog and we love her to bits. But there are times when, yes, the problem is our dog Missy. Missy sleeps in the back porch, and one night she chewed through the plastic window and snuck outside, but then she realised she could not get back in. She messed up with that one. She had to sleep outside in the cold all night, and it was a real frosty night. When we got up in the morning, there she was, tail wagging as fast as Dayton spinning a ball on his finger. We could almost hear her saying, "Please let me in, I won't do it again." This time, she was at fault. It's not all bad though for dogs. They may have hurt feelings, especially when you are growling at them for nothing, but they are also very forgiving. Even when they know that you are saving them from getting a belt around your buttocks, one smiley look and their tails are wagging again. When you were young, it is common to say, "It wasn't my fault," but eventually we have to man up and take responsibility for our bad behaviour and stop blaming our sins on our cute, lovable dogs. After all, if we really love our dogs, we should take the blame for them. Not sure if I would take the blame for Missy if she pooped in my mum's shoes.
Plastic bags should be banned worldwide. Kia ora. My name is Mana and I'm going to try and encourage you with my reasons to ban plastic bags worldwide and stop using them at home. They were banned in Aotearoa supermarkets just over a year ago, which is a small but critical first step towards tackling this plastic bag crisis. It is polluting our land and water. Plastic bags don't weigh that much, so they can fly far away just from the wind. They end up getting tangled in trees and fences. They could also go to our rivers, leading into our world's oceans. Can you remember that whale on the news that had nearly 6,000 plastic bags in its stomach? The wildlife. Most of the time, animals will mistake plastic bags for food. Once they eat the plastic, it gets into their stomach, blocking their food digestion, giving them a slow, painful death. Plastic bags pollute our air. If a plastic bag is thrown away into landfills with food scraps, over time, the place gives off toxic and harmful methane gases. Plastic bags can't be reused. Most plastic bags in New Zealand are made from polyethylene. Polyethylene is a plastic which is the most common type of plastic in use today. Polyethylene is made from oil which can't be reused. Alternatives. There are a lot of alternatives to plastic bags such as recycled paper bags, cotton bags, polypropylene bags, or jute bags. All of these are better alternatives to plastic bags and they're way better for the environment. In conclusion, even though plastic bag bans won't solve the crisis on their own, they do help a lot with it. I hope I convinced you to change your minds about using plastic bags and using the alternatives instead. Ko au te whenua, ko whenua te au.
Have you ever questioned life itself? Why such a useless piece of existence that doesn't make any sense at all exists? Well, I have. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I will be stating my opinions why these three creatures are the worst beings in the entire planet. First of all, we have the stick bug. But what does it do, and why does it even exist? They're small, fragile, and overall useless. Their lifespan is only 12 to 14 months, but can be cut short since many other animals like birds eat them. But the thing that makes this creature so useless is that it can get stepped on easily. Yes, stepped on by us humans with our gigantic feet. Stick bugs are just little walking sticks that have no use at all to the environment. That's why it deserves the spot for the most useless creature to exist so far. Secondly, we have moths. These things are literally the ugly versions of butterflies. They come at night just to fly around your light bulb. But that's not all. These things go into your closet, and I kid you not, some of them think that it's a good idea to actually eat the silk off your clothes, leaving small pesky holes all over it. Moths are just creepy and are probably jealous of butterflies. That's why it earns the spot for the most weirdest creature in my opinion. Finally, the one that everyone's probably been waiting for. The most annoying and hated creature, the common mosquito. This insect is the worst, the most annoying vermin to ever exist. All they do is suck our blood, insert their saliva into our skin so we can itch for a whole week. But that's not all. These things can give you malaria, which can kill you, by the way. But it's not just malaria that they can give you. There's yellow fever, dengue fever, and bird diseases like West Nile virus, all of which can lead to some deaths or organ failure. In conclusion, the stick bug, useless, the moth, creepy, and the mosquito, just plain annoying. But at the end of the day, they all deserve some love, because they are all God's creation, and we should treat them with little bits of our respect. Except mosquitoes, though. They suck.